What's up, everybody? You're listening to the one and only T-Mac Inspired Podcast. Listen as she sits down with regular people to discuss the ideas, the opportunities, and the wealth-building strategies that they're taking advantage of so the rest of us can do the same.
Burgundy!
Hi.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
I'm so glad to finally meet you.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
You know, I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, I know her, but I don't know her. And then I went back and I saw some of our correspondence from like a couple years ago.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we're in the same group. You know, Recession Proof, we're here for the conference. And I found out something about you that I did not know.
Okay.
You ready to tell them?
Yeah,
First of all, I didn't know that you were in the staffing agency, staffing business.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
So tell the audience a little bit about what you do.
So I've been in the staffing industry since 2019. So pre-COVID, before COVID hit. So what I do is I provide healthcare professionals to long-term care facilities, hospital, or just any type of health organizations. So into that industry, COVID kicked in 2020, and it pretty much just skyrocketed. Any agency, long as you positioned yourself correctly. So yeah, we've been, we are chucking a job, and we pretty much get a contract every day. We have some of the largest healthcare organizations reach out to us, so I don't have to do a lot of the footwork anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely doing it.
So let me ask you this. I'm one of those people. If I see something, I say something.
Okay.
So I saw where somebody had asked a question in our group about needing some. They got funding. They got money, and they didn't know what business to start. And so you made a comment, and you said staffing. You said something about I made my first $1 million in staffing. Can you elaborate on that?
So 2019, I started the staffing agency April, matter of fact. And from April to December, I made my first $1 million. So pretty much close to about 10 months, I made my first $1 million. Second year, we did 2.38. Third year, we did 7.8. And right now, looking at my books, I'm on track to pretty much double last year. Like I'm halfway in, and I've already hit my last year target. So, so I say staffing.
I'm in a staffing agency.
I tell anybody, staffing because it's so low overhead. Unless you're in a licensed state, which North Carolina, that's where I'm located. We're in a licensed state, focal point medical staffing. But you don't need a lot of overhead. I literally started my agency with a laptop, a telephone, and a notebook to do my scheduling.
Wait a minute. So I could start today. I have
right there.
A laptop, a telephone, and a notebook.
That's all you need to start a staffing agency.
Okay, we're starting today.
That's all you need.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. That's all you need.
So what made you get into staffing?
So
are you a nurse?
I am. I'm a nurse by trade. I'm a
Okay.
registered nurse. Yep, I'm a registered nurse. So I had a allied health training school. So I used to train the individuals that would go to the staffing agencies and that would go to the healthcare organizations. So that school was approached and was bought in 2018. So I took 6 months. No, that's about 3 months off. I took about 3 months off in regards to just trying to figure out what's my next move. I'm an entrepreneur by heart. Both my mom and dad are entrepreneurs. So this is what I know. I don't know the whole clocking in 9 to 5. Okay. I'll clock in for a little bit. If I clock in with you, to understand that I am trying to gain some knowledge because I'm not clocking in just for no 9 to 5.
Somebody.
So I worked for a staffing agency for a couple of months, just trying to figure out what I liked, what I didn't like.
Right.
And so what I did, created my package. So did that for a couple of months, hit the ground running, got a mentor. I tell anybody, if you are not 100% fluent in an industry, you need a mentor. A mentor will get you around roadblocks that you would normally put you in a standstill or stop you from even reaching your goal or your dream. So got a mentor. She laid the foundation for me. I already had the business knowledge. Killed it. So
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's go back to, I guess it was like 2019 when I first met you online. And you were looking at getting a commercial property. So you wanted to reach out to, are you in the Nurse REI Club?
I'm not. And he asked me coming in, one of your colleagues asked me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know, I'm supposed to be, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was giving you advice. You weren't even in my club.
But so I think you gave it to us with the credit thing, and I was like, Tasha, I got this property, and you was like, okay. So yeah.
Oh no, you took one of my
I took the credit courses. Yep, I took the credit course.
And you were like, it really works.
Oh, it really worked. My credit got everything, which I didn't have really bad credit, but I had a couple things we need to clean off, and they were not budging. I sent them letters. Next thing you know, delete. So I said, oh, game on.
Game on. Okay, so let's get back to the commercial property. So you reached out to me about this commercial property that your mom was...
Yeah, it's a family property.
Okay.
And the opportunity, my mom is 74, so she's retiring.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, you want this property? You know, even though we family, everything still costs money, right?
Right.
Buy this property. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made. And mind you, last week I had a conversation. When you get an opportunity like I had, so I got a property, it was pretty much just pay the property off. Property probably was like maybe a couple $100,000.
It was $150,000
or
maybe
200. It was 200,000. 200,000 for the property. The property appraised for 750,000.
Let's stop right there. Stop. You had an opportunity, and the only reason why I didn't reach back out to you because I thought it was a go and you were just closing on this property because I think you said you were going to close in 30 days.
Yeah, I was going to close in 30 days.
And I did you sent me the address. I was doing the research, and I was like, she's going to get this property for $200,000, and it appraises at $700,000. This is money in the bank, shorty. What you think? If she didn't want the property, I'm going to buy the property.
I wish you would have bought it.
So what happened? Tell us what happened.
So I could not figure out what I wanted to do with the property. It's in a small country town, and I was just like, I don't care for this town. I don't want to come back here. I don't want this property. And so she ended up selling it. She ended up selling the property. She was like, I need you to buy this property. And I'm just like, I don't want to take my money. I don't know what to do with it. Dumbest mistake. If I didn't do anything else, I could have used that property as collateral.
Yes.
Let me tell you, literally last week I had this conversation, and when I tell you I kicked myself, never ever happen again. Who would get the opportunity to get that? Nobody. So if you ever get the opportunity to get a property like that
cheap,
please take it. Because I could have figured out what I was gonna do with it.
Right, and again, you could have used it as leverage, if nothing else. Not only that, I mean, I looked at it. You sent me pictures and stuff. I was like, oh, it could be an event space. And it could be a warehouse in the back. It could have been. You could have rented out offices to other, healthcare providers. You know what? You know what's big now? Those selfie rooms. I am currently looking for a property right now in Florida. Because I want to have selfie rooms, warehouse for my e-commerce in the back, and then an event space. Yeah. Girl, you could, oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
Do you do any other real estate?
So I actually just bought my first property. So we're going to turn it into, it's going to be for my travel nurses. Okay. So instead of having them find their own, places to stay, when you come under me, you get a contract under, Focal Point Medical, you already have housing included.
Oh, awesome. So is it a 3-2?
It's a 3-2.
And where is it?
It's in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
And that's jumping. Raleigh, RDU is the big medical area.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me keep all this in-house. Yeah. Let me get a property. So that's
How'd you acquire the property?
This is the crazy part. I actually was living in the property. Okay. And the owner said, hey, we're going to sell. And I was sitting there, I was like, this market is crazy right now. Let me just buy this property. So bought it. We closed probably 30 days later.
Yeah.
Closed for the property. So now it's just me finding my home and getting this property ready because I was living in it as a renter.
Oh, go get an apartment.
Raleigh right now, apartments, yeah. I got something in the works, so I'm hoping it work out.
Hey, it's an asset
yeah,
now.
I know.
It's an asset.
Because by me living in it, I'm not making any money off of it, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
so that's the plan. So that's my first door, as I say. The goal is to really invest in real estate. Real estate is a game changer. Real estate. I'm right now. I'm all about that passive. I feel like I've done the time. I put in the work. With staffing is beautiful. It's good money. But when you're first getting started initially, it's a lot of pavement hitting. It's a lot of phone calls. It's just a lot going on.
Any business.
Yeah, any business. So what I'm doing now is like, hey, let me sit back. I'm getting older. Got my financial advisors in place and things of that nature, and let's see how I can make that passive income.
Oh, for sure. And I'm going to tell you now, once you start investing in real estate, you become addicted. And before you know it, you're like, I got 10 properties in a year. It just happens that fast. And I'm excited for you.
Me too.
So glad you came.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. What would you tell? I'm gonna say what would you tell the 25-year-old Burgundy?
Oh my God. Leave them boys alone first.
Nothing profound, right?
Yeah.
Just leave them alone.
Leave them alone. It's 3 things that I've learned recently that I would tell myself or anyone else.
Go ahead.
So this is like my 3 golden things. Consistency. You have to be consistent. It's kind of like, I usually like weight loss, right? If you want to lose 20 pounds, you just can't eat a salad one day and think 20 pounds will come off. It's not going to happen. You have to be consistent, right? That's the only way you're going to reach your goals. You have to be persistent. I think sometimes we are our biggest failure, our biggest roadblock. We get so caught up in a no, right? I have a motto in my company. A no is a no for the moment. A no at 7 o'clock is all that is. Has nothing to do with 7:01, 8 o'clock, or the next day. And once we can reprogram our mind to think that way, we'll be so much better. Another thing, anybody, mentorship. Like, I know I keep saying it, but that is the biggest gold mine anyone can have on their team, is a mentor. So if you're consistent with what you want to do, you're persistent, and you do have that mentor, game changer. There's no reason for you that you shouldn't be a millionaire. There's so much money out here, it's ridiculous.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an avid for mentors. I pay $155,000 a year for mine, so I'm an avid.
Good work.
Yeah, an advocate. I meant to say for mentors. So yeah, I absolutely that is so important. Persistence, being consistent with everything that you do. I always say how you do one thing or how you do anything is how you do everything.
Absolutely.
So excellence. It's all about excellence. I've watched you from afar, and I admire you. I admire your work.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it. So.
Awesome. Now, you know what the next question is, and my last question, because people want to know, and I know they want to know because they're asking in our group, when are you going to teach other people how to open their staffing agency?
I'm definitely going to do it. I'm kind of doing like we call the rough draft now to get the program up. I'm just talking to Tasha before we got on camera, and I'm like, 90 days. She's like, 90 days? And I'm hearing it in her voice, so she's like, I'm like, hey, let me get back to North Carolina. Let me get my ducks in a row. There's a lot of money to be made out here in this market. When I go to a lot of these conferences, it's 1% of my people in a room. What can I do to assist when we go in a room that maybe at some point we become the majority and not the minority?
Come on.
Right? So I'm going to put together this program. I'm going to make it, to the point where it gives you A to Z. I believe in making everything very simplistic. I don't believe in talking, outside of your knowledge or your scope.
Right.
So I'm going to put this together. We're going to set it up. I want to even kind of do it where you still have me. You'll pay for your mentorship, and then maybe we can do some type of subscription service where you'll have access to me once a week and things of that nature. Because what I find with some mentors, they come and train and then they go away, and you're sitting there like,
Don't have a continuity.
yeah, absolutely. Like, what's next? So definitely have a lot of things in the work. You'll get that link over to Tasha. I'm excited for it. I think it's a great opportunity to become a millionaire. There's nothing. I'm special, let me say that, but there's nothing special about me where I did something 1 million in 10 months that you can't do, right? Again, my 3 things: persistent, consistency, and get you a mentor. Game over, game changer.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Yes. So I'll get the link. They'll be able to click the link. Just click the link below. Get signed up. Get on the wait list so you can be first to know whenever the launch is coming, because we're going to do a big launch.
I like it.
Okay.
What do you say, go big or go home?
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was sponsored by Your Skin Cosmetics. Y_IOR. Your Skin Cosmetics. They are launching their brand new Rosewater skincare line. Go ahead, click the link below to Your Skin, YIOR skin.com to get your bundle today, and use the code TMAC20 to get 20% off. All right, see you on the next episode.
Hey, don't forget to follow me if you're not on all platforms at TMAC_inspired. All right, see you on the next episode. Bye.